Welcome to Rowdy.com and our Tuesday edition of the Big Three. Still talking Bristol. The hits just keep on coming. More issues to discuss. Paul Menard, for instance.
Yeah.
Slugger built an awesome race team. We had a fast race car all day long and just having a lot of fun right now.
I mean, are you ready to say this guy is the real deal? A top 5 performance, I think, at Bristol. Firmly in the top 10 in points.
Felt like a coming out party to me a little bit. Finally, some validation. A top 5 at Bristol, you don't luck into that, and he did not luck into it. He led a lot of the race early, and he looked good through the whole race. This guy seems to have figured something out. And, it must have been hard for him for a long time not really posting the results and having people really question his talent level because his dad's hardware store chain sponsors his car. But he's proving now that he's got a little something for these other guys. Is he a chase contender? Not ready to go there yet, but he looks pretty good.
Well, a couple of things. You and I had the opportunity to interview Marty Smith of ESPN for Bristol Hospitality. He said he had talked to Mark Martin, and Mark Martin said Paul Menard can drive. He is the real deal. And Marty Smith echoed those sentiments, thinks Paul Menard has the ability behind the wheel. And on Friday in his pre-race media availability, Paul Menard kind of suggested that maybe in the past he hasn't gotten the same level of equipment as other guys on his race team, and at Richard Childress Racing they have built him all new race cars, and finally he has the equipment that allows him to show his talent behind the wheel.
And it's not just talent too, it's learning how to race. It's learning how to race in the Cup Series, and that takes some learning for a lot of guys, and it's probably taken Menard a little bit. But if you have the talent and you're willing to learn, and I think it appears he's got both those things, you can accomplish a lot.
So enough time has gone by to give him experience. He's got the equipment that allows
and he's willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
He's willing to learn.
All
Issue
right.
number 2.
Issue number 2. Every week here at Rowdy, we do our part to pander to the junior nation, and this week is no different. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had some problems early at Bristol, but actually managed to log a pretty decent finish 11th.
Yeah, not bad. And, you're looking for signs from Junior, the things that you care most about. Number 1 is attitude and confidence level. And number 2, how are they able to work on the car during the race? Do they lose it at the end? That's been his problem for 2 straight years. That's not happening now. It's just not happening. They're getting the cars better. Does he look like a race-winning guy yet? Not yet. But the main things that you want to see, confidence, comfort, and getting the car better, we're seeing that out of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's why he finished 11th at Bristol. That's why he's in the top 10 in points.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. is doing
He's benefiting from being in that garage.
He's doing something he hasn't done over the past couple of years, which is be relevant at Hendrick Motorsports. He is of the same level as the rest of those guys in the stable.
Yep.
Issue number 3, Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah.
In the chase last year, did all kinds of weird pit crew over the wall swapping with Jeff Gordon.
Well, it did it once.
Start off, but it was weird, and he did it.
It felt like panic at the time, but it worked.
2011. Pit crew issues remain for the 48 team. Is this the Achilles heel that is going to rob Jimmie Johnson of his 6th straight championship?
Well, I don't think necessarily it is, but it definitely is an Achilles heel right now because we've seen enough of it over the last season or so that we have to say their pit crew makes too many mistakes right now. And it may have cost Jimmie a win yesterday. Now, the thing that was interesting about Bristol is that tire change played into the strength that this team has, the strength in adapting to a difficult situation, to working on your race car on the fly. Jimmie and Chad are masters at that, and they had a car that could have won that race maybe with track position at the end. But then the other thing we've seen from them came and bit them, and that's the pit crew woes. So I think it's an area of concern, but they don't have to panic this time. It's too early to panic like they did last year in the chase. Sometimes panic is warranted. Sometimes, and it was last year, and it paid off for them. They did operate with a sense of urgency. If panic works out, then you call it a sense of urgency.
We're 4 races in. I don't think it's panic time.
It's not panic
time. And I think
time.
we have plenty of time for them to address this issue. And if anybody can get this issue addressed, it's Chad Canal. So, yes, I agree with you. Right now, it's a problem. I think if they're sensing that this issue isn't being addressed, they're going to change it April. They're going to change it May. They're going to change it and try to get these guys settled down in time for the chase.
I agree with you. Okay, that has been your Rowdy.com Big 3 for today. For Buzz Cutler, my name is Bass Masters. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can always catch us through the podcast feed on iTunes, so don't forget to subscribe to that over there. Then we just push all this good stuff out to you.
Yeah, you don't have to pull it in.
Yeah.
We push it out.
We push it.
Push, pull, or pull, push.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.